Hello again, truckers! So, a long time ago, I made a video called Progression Through Trade, a sort of guide on how long it might take to go from a starter ship to something bigger, with a focus on trading for ship progression. Now, at the time, it was half-decent information. However, the trade scene, as well as other gameplay, has changed tremendously since then, making some of the information skewed or obsolete. For example, I mentioned how great running Laranite was for small to medium ships. Now, we've had a few patches where Laranite was the hot commodity, and finding a decent supply at the prices I listed was impossible, making the information, well, no longer relevant. So it's time for a revised edition. Since the last video, we've had the rental system added, which does change things. Mining has also become a rewarding gameplay loop, one that rivals trade when it comes to reward. So, for this video, we're going to focus on those two avenues and do our best to stay away from combat-focused missions. Now, if you haven't seen the first Progression Through Trade, that's fine. You don't need it. This one aims to achieve the same goal, to see how one might advance from a starter ship to something larger, with a focus on non-combat vocations. Now, as always, this is simply a guide, and the methods and times are only estimates. Between server crashes, getting blown up, missions not completing, or just general bad luck, your progression may take longer than what is listed here. So let's begin. We start once again with the starters, the Aurora and Mustang. The starter staples of Star Citizen neither give a lot of room when it comes to doing actual trade, with the Aurora MR carrying only 3 SCU and the Mustang Alpha housing 4, you're unfortunately not going to make much of an economic impact via trade. The most profitable legal cargo for either is only going to net a profit of $1,500 to $2,000 per run. Drug running would be a viable solution, except at the time of this video, the drug market is oversaturated and unloading product has become a massive time sink, making drug running simply not worth it for most players. There's also the risk of getting shot. That said, the starter ships are more mission-oriented, so we'll start there. Missions have an edge over trade since you don't risk your own money to do them. If something happens or a server crashes, you're only out the time invested. Now, the easiest way to get started is going to be with delivery missions. Before we delve into these, I do want to mention some information. At the time this video was made, the Mustang is not capable of doing delivery missions. These missions require a ship with a walkable interior to place a box in. If you are a Mustang owner, or are considering purchasing a Mustang, worry not. CIG has given Mustang owners a temporary loaner Aurora, so they may complete missions such as these. It's not permanent, but it is yours to use until they find a solution for the Mustang. Now, let's continue. Delivery missions involve little combat and pay a fair amount for the work involved. In-system deliveries start around 1100 UEC, which isn't much, but they are quick and easy to do. However, we're going to look at the cross-system deliveries. These usually pay about 4,000 to 6,000 UEC and have you going from one system to another. These are going to be our bread and butter for now. If you comb the contracts list, you should be able to find multiples that you can chain together as a sort of delivery route. However, I would suggest avoiding deliveries that go to major cities, as they take much longer than outpost to outpost deliveries. Also at this time, delivery missions become bugged if the mission box gets stored with your ship, so keep that in mind when running multiple deliveries together. Now, the average cross-system delivery takes about 15 minutes in the Aurora, so if we average 4 deliveries an hour, at 6,000 UEC each, that's 24,000 UEC an hour. Now, your profit per hour will vary depending on if you chain delivery missions or if you take time to do other things besides grinding. This is a game after all, you're here to have fun. But, once you've built up some cash, you do have options. With the ship rental system now available in Star Citizen, we can get into bigger and better ships faster than ever. You'll currently find ship rental kiosks in the spaceports of Lorville, Area 18, and New Babbage. Area 18 and Lorville share a near identical ship list, so you'll have 90% of the same stock at either one. New Babbage's rentals have a focus on luxury, so we'll avoid those for now. Let's get a quick rundown of the ship rental system and how it works. Ships can be rented for 1 day, 3 days, 7 days, and 30 days, with the rental prices being a set percentage of the ship's overall UEC cost. The rental period also starts as soon as you confirm the purchase, and the rental period runs whether you're in-game or not. So if you rent a ship for 7 days, but don't log in for 3, you will only have 4 days left when you return. So keep this in mind before agreeing to any long-term rentals. Also, just like in real life, rentals cannot be modified. So you're stuck with stock components. Barring workarounds like going to your hangar to modify rentals, what you rent is what you get. So, let's look at some ships that might make attractive rental options for what we're doing. At the low end of the spectrum, we have the Cutlass Black. Its rental prices are as follows: 1 day for 27,706 UEC, 3 days for 72,728 UEC, 7 days for 145,456 UEC, and 30 days for 519,487 UEC. Now, the Cutlass is probably the first multi-role and multi-crew ship you'll get your hands on. There are ships that easily beat the Cutlass in various roles, but the Cutlass has more fun. With 46 SCU to work with, this is where you can start dipping your toes into trade, as well as tougher missions such as bounty hunting or even mining claims. But let's focus on the trade side. We've got 46 SCU in the hold. While a fairly small size when it comes to haulers, it's much larger than what you've had to work with. Start with some trial runs like Fluorine from ArcCorp 157 on Yela, to either Deacons on Yela or Hicks on Cellin. See how you enjoy it. This will pay just below 3,000 UEC, but it's also a quick turnaround. If you like it, great. Once you have about 35,000 to risk, try running Astatine or Titanium from Crusader or Hurston back to Olisar, or run Titanium from Ariel directly to Everest Harbor above Hurston. There are many routes you can try, but these commodities have a good balance between profitability and availability. If you can manage 4 of these runs an hour, your profit starts to look a bit better, hanging in the 36,000 per hour region. That means that you can have the rental pay for itself in a single hour and use the rest of your time to grind. You also have a slightly faster quantum drive to look forward to, shaving about a minute off cross-system travel. Now, let's say you don't like the Cutlass for some reason. You want to rent something a bit beefier with more cargo space. The MISC Freelancer is the next step up. Its rental prices are as follows: 1 day for 33,952 UEC, 3 days for 89,124 UEC, 7 days for 178,248 UEC, and 30 days for 636,600 UEC. Now, the Freelancer does have trade-offs compared to the Cutlass. You'll find that this ship is sluggish to maneuver in comparison, and the turret is less effective when compared to the Cutlass. However, you also get double the shield capacity and 66 SCU of cargo space, meaning you can start to get serious about trading. The same trade info worked for the Freelancer, although your investment and profit amounts will be larger. For example, a Freelancer running Titanium is going to invest about 47,000 UEC. However, your profit on a single run is going to be 11,800. And if you can manage 4 runs an hour, you're looking at a profit of a little over 47,000 UEC per hour. The Freelancer is an excellent ship for getting started, and allows you to make a comfortable profit in amounts that won't lead to financial ruin if you happen to lose a load. With more route flexibility than the Cutlass and better profit potential, this is probably the best way to get started when it comes to serious progression towards outright buying a ship. The next rental ship to look at is the Constellation Andromeda. Larger and slower than the 2 previous ships, I am personally not a fan of the Constellation for a beginner. Its rental prices are as follows: 1 day for 70,960 UEC, 3 days for 186,270 UEC, 7 days for 372,540 UEC, and 30 days for 1,330,500 UEC. Now, this ship has lackluster handling, and its stock loadout is underwhelming at best. While it has an appreciable cargo capacity of 96 SCU, it's stuck with a quantum drive that is actually slower than the Aurora's, meaning an overall longer turnaround time when it comes to missions and trading. Coupled with horrible shield holes and a tendency to lose engines, the inherent risks of this ship should be weighed against the reward. We also see larger amounts of investment risk and profit. For example, the fluorine run we mentioned with the Cutlass now has a profit of 5,700 with the Constellation, and is still a quick turnaround. Your investment amounts for the previously mentioned Acetine and Titanium runs will be nearing 70,000, but will also return a profit of about 17,000 per run, and can reach up to 69,000 profit per hour. However, consider this ship's hefty price tag and vulnerabilities before investing too heavily into its trade capability. It's also worth mentioning that this is the largest trade-capable ship available to rent at this time. So we've looked at the Cutlass, the Freelancer, and the Constellation. All decent ships when it comes to trading. But what if you wanted to progress with something a little different? The MISC Prospector is also available to rent, making ship-based mining viable for all citizens. Mining is a risky but very rewarding type of gameplay that offers near or better profits than trading without risking your own money. Its rental prices are as follows: 1 day for 41,220 UEC, 3 days for 108,202 UEC, 7 days for 216,405 UEC, and 30 days for 772,875 UEC. Now, mining is an entirely different way to play. It's also worth noting that since you cannot swap components on rentals, you're stuck with the default mining head, meaning you're limited to rocks with a mass below 4,000. This can limit your income potential. However, skilled miners easily bring in anywhere from 30,000 to 90,000 a run, and are capable of even more with the newly introduced Quantanium. Players new to mining are encouraged to give it a try, as the only thing you currently have to lose is your rental time. For the sake of time, we'll skip over how mining actually works, but a separate mining overview can be done if there's interest. So, you've got options when it comes to using rentals to progress. But what should you work towards? If you like the idea of owning a Cutlass, they're fairly cheap, at 1,385,300 UEC. If you ignored the rental system entirely, it would take about 60 hours of delivery missions to pay for a Cutlass. If you used a Freelancer to trade your way towards one, we cut that down to 31 hours of trading, including for time involved to pay for the rental. If we average a prospector's profit per hour to 60,000, that's about 26 hours of rock hunting to afford the Cutlass. Or maybe you enjoy the Freelancer, and you'd like to have one of your own, something you can upgrade to make even faster. The base Freelancer will run you 1,697,600 UEC. If we do trading in a Freelancer to buy a Freelancer, that's about 38 hours of trading, including time for rental payments. Earning one via Prospector will take around 31 hours. The Constellation Andromeda is also a choice, but at a price tag of 3,548,000, it's not a recommended one. Using the same Freelancer math, we're looking at about 78 hours of trading or 62 hours of mining. That's a lot for this ship. However, with plenty of ships for sale, there are better options. So, let's say you enjoy trading but wish you could maximize your trade potential. Then the Freelancer Max is for you. Smaller and cheaper than the Constellation while packing 120 SCU, this miniature whale can be had for 2,181,500 UEC. Using the Freelancer rental means it would take about 49 hours of trading to earn this ship, with mining taking 39 hours. With an earning potential sitting comfortably in the 80 to 90,000 an hour range, the Max is a great achievement for many haulers, and is more than capable of doing the full range of missions available in-game. It's also a great springboard if you want to try for something larger. Considered to be the king of trade at the moment, the Drake Caterpillar is single-handedly capable of economic devastation, easily achieving 200,000 an hour or more with widely available commodities. Sitting at 576 SCU, millions have been made and lost with this colossal ship, and earning one in-game is an achievement that few have conquered. Available for 4,686,600 UEC, this ship is an end goal that many groups and organizations work towards in-game, pooling resources together to purchase and take advantage of. This is where you have a few options as far as earning goes. If you were to go for the Caterpillar using only a rental freelancer, you're looking at about 106 hours of pure trading, or 82 hours in a prospector. That's a lot of time to spend in a rental. If you were to purchase a Caterpillar while trading in a Freelancer Max, you're looking at about 53 hours of trading. Add the time it takes to purchase a Freelancer Max, and you're looking at about the same amount of grinding that it would take from just using a Freelancer rental. However, there are pros and cons to both routes. Just using the rental means you're risking less money each trip overall, which means less of a setback if you lose a load. However, going the Freelancer Max route also means that you now own a Max in addition to your Caterpillar. What's more, a friend can fly your Max or Caterpillar for you, allowing you to trade with both ships at once and earn even more. Keep in mind that you can always work towards this mighty beast with a friend or organization, cutting down on the time it takes and hopefully making your overall experience more enjoyable. Or, you know what? Maybe you don't like that. Maybe you're watching this video thinking, wow, I don't want to risk my money doing trade. Maybe I should work towards things with mining. Great idea. Buying a prospector in-game will set you back 2,061,000 UEC. Earning it through trade through the Freelancer rental will take about 46 hours, or 37 hours with a rental prospector. If you are working towards this, I would probably go with a prospector to familiarize yourself with mining. Keep in mind that buying your own prospector also means that you can equip different mining heads and consumables. This means that you can tackle hauls that can potentially bring in well over 100,000 UEC a run. So now the big question is any of this worth it? The answer is still ultimately up to you, but I would like to say yes. Persistence has come a long way since the previous video, and UEC has carried over for multiple patches now. Barring a few hiccups for some players, the persistence has made it more worthwhile to grind towards ships, with the understanding that they will still need to be wiped from time to time. That said, working towards a bigger and better ship is a great way to gain an understanding at how to achieve the progression you desire in Star Citizen, and maybe find an appreciation for a gameplay style that you didn't expect. I hope this was entertaining or at least informative. If there's something I missed or something you'd like to see discussed, please don't hesitate to let me know. Until next time, keep on trucking.